See if the bird keeps chasing and gets a stun off. Nope, a nice sort of pseudo juke by NS, pretending to juke into the trees, baited the trap by Lanaya, and now Lanaya is going to pay for her insolence with a tornado and a hit by God, so well done by the Moscow 5 team. Again, SMC was sort of missing the initiation. Meanwhile, another battle is happening all the while. Man, there are team fights everywhere. Mini gets picked off, but he does manage to pick out the Chen before he dies. God is ghost walking away. I think he's pretty much out of mana, so this might be the end of the team fight. No, Vigoss comes in, gets Magic Missile, gets slowed, and his Windrunner is already popped. And let's see, oh, Vigoss gets a power shot, picking off the Visage. Let's see, the birds are still doing a lot of residual damage. A roar on the God, and the axes are hooked out, and Vigoss gets a triple kill, just killing everybody, kills a Vengeful, killing your mama, killing your everything, and looks like God managed to pick off the Beastmaster. An endless fight is called by Dread. Jesus, you are so right, Dread. That was an endless fight. And looks like as soon as Dread managed to pick off that endless fight, after a little bit of raging at Toby, who was obviously spectating the game, the endless fight has ended. So I guess that's a little bit of the team fight curse. When you say something's going to happen, that thing immediately stops or does not happen at all. So, I mean, SMC was looking okay, and looks like Vigoss is going to be okay with the win run, and let's see if another trap is popped. No, a nice tornado by God manages to catch the Visage from pursuing the matter. So SMC at one point it was 8-11, but nice continuous team fights, and when you have a Venomancer and a Chen with the heal, with the Poison Nova, and all of that stuff, you're going to win continuous team fights, especially in the early game. Lanaya can't really hold up to continuous team fights as well when she's facing a Venomancer. So, again, I'm not too sure about this Lanaya pick. I mean, it provides a lot of map vision, gives you a lot of burst damage, and can carry pretty well late game, but she gets owned by Venomancer for the 800th time, as I say. Meanwhile, Dread looks like he's going to push this mid tower, or this top tower. This would be the first tower of the game, which is pretty unusual for an M5 game. First tower in 15 minutes. But it looks like Beastmaster will defend it. A nice stomp by the Dread Centaur, the Dread Tower, the Centaur, all of the above. And PGG drops a nice Poison Nova, gets a Venomous Gale, catching one hero, but a nice deny by Mini. Well done. Manages to deny the Earthshaker, preventing some of the damage, and PGG manages to pick up a double kill, a triple kill, as he picks off the Vengeful Spirit, the Visage, and the TA, and this Venomancer is getting ridiculously farmed. So it's going to be interesting what he goes for, as God picks up the Force Staff, and the bird is taking a lot of damage. Looks like Vigoss really wants that bird, man. And Vigoss is actually probably the lowest farmed on his team, and is this another Force Staff for the Venomancer? That's a little bit curious. My questioning voice is really high-pitched. That was a little weird. But looks like the M5 team are going to transition into taking a bottom tower. So, Venomancer going to go for a Force Staff? I mean, I guess they're going to go for mass Force Staffs, and NS after picking up that triple kill, no, that double kill, and Vigoss got a triple kill, PGG got a triple kill, so lots of triple kills going around, and the deficit for SMC is starting to climb as the Beastmaster TP's in, and can you get a roar? No! Wow. Wow. Really well done by God. Sending out a retreating tornado, saving the Venomancer, and PGG calls lessons. Clearly appreciating the fact that God just probably saved his life, because that roar would have canceled that TP, and that Venomancer would have been totally, utterly dominated. So Dread almost has that mecha, or almost has the buckler, and will be on his way to his mechanism. PG actually picks up a Necrobook, so a little bit of mistake on my part, but Necrobook, a strong pushing item. I think the most important thing for this item is the auras that provides, the movement speed aura. Of course, the mana burn can't be underestimated in combination with the Invoker EMP. That will just drain so much of the opposing team's mana. Looks like Waga actually managed to get the last hit on that tower. Let's see if... No, a power shot by Vigoss, but I don't think M5 can catch up to the Sentinel team. And a lot of prevention traps are being dropped, slowing down Vigoss, slowing down the chase. So, that's a little bit of what the former Druidz team needs to do, SMC. But it looks like Vigoss is still chasing all the way, tries to shackle onto the tree. God drops another nice tornado, and looks like PGG... Oh, he didn't manage to get any physical hits, so Vigoss is going to dive after that Beastmaster. Looks like PGG does get the Earthshaker, will get the Vengeful Spirit, and Vigoss managed to pick off the retreating Beastmaster, so well done. And Waga is going to be the next one to fall. He melds, but they're just going to nuke the area where he was, Shockwave, Stomp, and Waga does die, so a little bit of slow reaction. Maybe they didn't have TP scrolls, I wasn't checking their item slots, but after they picked up the tower, they were running back for a good 20 to 30 seconds, and they have the traps to slow down, but Windrunner is a high mobility hero. They have a lot of slows on their team. I mean, Shackle Shot, Crystal Main, all of that. So, a little bit odd that it took so long for the SMC team to retreat. And looks like the M5T are going to take this time to Roshan. I'm going to expect that God will pick up the Aegis because he's ridiculously farmed right now as a Void Stone. He doesn't have many creep kills at all. I mean, he's the highest farmed hero in the game for a little bit. But he has really transitioned into killing heroes, which is always a good way to acquire gold, as he picked up Void Stone for Steph. PG has that Necro 1, and he's been getting a lot of double kills as Dread has finished that mechanism, so I'm going to expect another push with that. And meanwhile, Vigoss dies. Maybe a bait, maybe a sort of thing to say, we're not taking Roshan, guys. Vigoss is here farming. And, you know, anytime you want to kill Vigoss is a good time for your team, because you can just screenshot that, save it to your wallpaper, and say, get some. I killed Vigoss, what you got? You ain't got nothing. Have you ever killed Vigoss? I sure haven't. So, actually PG picked up that Aegis, and that fits PG's aggressive playing style. Dive in all the way to your fountain, drop wards, drop Nova, drop poison all over your face, and, you know, he won't lose anything, because he has an Aegis, and he can rely on his team to bail him out. So, let's see, Earthshaker has picked up an Arcane Boots. See, Vengeful Spirit is level 8. Nice venomous scale by PG, trying to stop the push. And, you know, despite M5's pushing capabilities, they've only picked up 2 towers in the first 20 minutes. So, if SMC can keep turtling this out, dropping spells, I mean, they're losing a lot of experience and they're losing a lot of hero gold, but they're just sort of really playing for time because their ganking strategy, I think, has not worked out. I mean, M5 have always stuck together, have been consistent in keeping teleportation scrolls and keeping them onto the base. Vigoss tries to shackle the boar, and looks like Chen actually recruits the Quill Beast for his army. So that is a Benedict Quill Beast right there. That sounds actually pretty tasty, like Eggs Benedict, Quill Beast Benedict. Getting hungry. Anyway. So, looks like SMC might lose this tower, and with that, I mean, it's going to look really grim. Let's see if they're going to go for the gank. I mean, Vigoss is throwing down Focus Fire onto that tower. They're going to probably get this tower. Auror's goes down PG. Echo Slam dropped by Earthshaker, but, I mean, look at all this AoE healing thrown down on the Chen, and Crystal Main manages to get off a nice 4-second ultimate, and Earthshaker does die. And PG still hasn't lost the Aegis right now. I mean, he just dies to the Visage nuke, but he does the Aegis. And meanwhile, Visage is throwing down ridiculous amounts of damage, but NS gets a triple kill. My god, this is a carry Crystal Main if I've ever seen one. And it's sort of a running joke that when Crystal Main gets a kill, she goes for the Death Slayer for a ridiculous Minosaur, but in this case, NS is too pro for that, gets a Medallion of Courage. So, looks like the Scourge team are going to push for the high ground. And, you know, it scores 10 to 26. Remember that this was a pretty close game. This was 8 to 11 at one point. And it's just been a massive, massive push by the M5 team. And if they had to pick a carry, I mean, I don't think TA was the strongest carry in this case. Looks like more power shots, more tornadoes being dropped down, just pushing, draining mana. I mean, Vengeful Spirit has no mana, Visage only has mana for 1 nuke pretty much, and a slow. Can't drop nukes all over the face. Rexar is going to go for a Necro Book, but might not be in time. Drops a Roar on the Venomancer, but there's no really follow-up initiation. A nice stun by the Vengeful Spirit, but I mean, TA has to get up close and personal to do a lot of her damage. But looks like the SMC team are doing a good job repelling this push, but the Rex still taking constant damage all the while, and Chen with the mechanism, and Invoker with his constant regen. means that they're just going to take this Rax, outlast all of the spells. So that was a pretty good defense by SMC, but better pushing by M5 team. And it looks like they're going to take this time to back out. M5, back out. Nope. Instead, lots more poisons being dropped. And now with the range Rax down, M5 are going to definitely back out. So it's looking pretty grim for the SMC team. I mean, they are more late, but the problem is they don't have any levels. TA has treads, a stout shield, has 1700 gold, so she's close to a blink dagger, but I don't know, at this point, I think what she really needs is a BKB, because she's just getting so much magical damage thrown at her. Venomancer, Invoker, so many disables, so many stuns, and, you know, BKB is pretty expensive when you have no money. 3,900 gold cannot be underestimated, so I don't know if she'll be able to farm up enough gold. Maybe she'll just go for a straight blink dagger to help initiate. If they can burst down the Venomancer, I think that will ruin a lot of M5's pushing capability, but Venomancer's level 15, pick up a blink dagger and a Necro 3, so they can't really initiate on the Venomancer because Venomancer will initiate on them. Poison over blink. Vigoss managed to pick up that 4 staff. Check out the Scourge items. Druidz gonna go for that Aghanims. Invoker, almost cheap. Check out his gold really fast. About 1,300 gold short of that cheap stick. So I think once Invoker gets that cheap stick, it's going to be all over. You know, let's check out that carry Crystal Main. NS Notorious support. So stacked, has a blink dagger. So just ridiculous amounts of initiation. And, you know, that's sort of the route that Sentinel want to take. That Beastmaster, they have Earthshaker. They have Vengeful Spirit. They have a lot of initiation. But it's not going to help when they're losing all their buildings. They can't really get any hero kills because they can't kill anybody quickly enough due to Chen, Venomancer, and you can see PGG dropping a Nova just to kill that boar, and that boar is going to get it. 4-step by Vigoss. Man, that's a hero boar right there. Doing a little bit of annoyance to Vigoss before he dies, constantly harassing with 2 HP. So without the Venomancer, let's see if SMC can pull this team fight off. But a mana burn by the Necronomicon drains so much of the mana from TA. TA managed to pick up that blink dagger, like I said. It's going to see who they're going to initiate on. I mean, PG's already at half health. Looks like Lanaya dives in right away, but is getting DPS down. It's getting just totally dominated by this match community. Crystal Main drops the ultimate, picks off the Lanaya, and looks like Vigoss does die to the Visage, but a massive team fight. And Visage gets picked off by Dread, and with Visage down, there's no really way for the Sentinel team to come back. So a good game is called, so really nice playing by M5. They were sort of having a little bit of trouble in the early game, as I'll pull down this score screen. I mean, Invoker having a little bit of trouble up top against the Visage and the Vengeful Spirit and Earthshaker supports. And, you know, Vigoss was getting outfarmed pretty heavily by the Beastmaster, but a couple of ganks managed to get them some kills, get them experience, and buy enough time for their Chen to get a lot of levels. And once Chen got a lot of levels, even though it was 8 to 11, I think Chen getting a lot of levels and Crystal Main getting pretty tanky and a lot of experience just led to an inexorable push by the Scourge team. And that, I mean, look at the final score. It was pretty much 3 to 17 the rest of the way, so complete dominance in the last 10 to 12 minutes by M5. And this is why you don't pick Templar Assassin against a Venomancer. Refraction gets raped. So, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this, a little bit more strategically focused. I mean, I talked more about the picks and news than pretty much the entire game, but I hope you all enjoyed this. So M5 gets a win in their Intel Challenge Super Cup group stage, and they're looking really strong. This is probably the best European team that they've beaten, the best European team that they've played since the acquisition of PGG and Vigoss. So it's going to be interesting to see how they fare against sort of the top European teams. I mean, Druidz is a very strong European team, don't get me wrong, but I think with the retirement of Navi, or MYM, sorry, although MYM did pick up an Asian team. You know, OK, Nirvana, Int, Navi, M5. Those look to be the strongest European teams right now. So thank you all for watching, and have a fantastic day.